So real quick, how fast is too soon? Like, hey, this dude's like weird.
Like 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Or right after you get the number.
get them.
I've had guys do that. They're like, oh, I just wanted to make sure it was you. Like, really?
Or when they call you right in front of you.
Okay,
Oh my
just to
God.
make sure you're not giving the wrong number.
They'll be like,
Okay.
or they'll be like, oh, here, give me your number, and then they'll call. Oh, here, now you have my number.
Okay.
But I didn't ask for your
Yeah.
number.
So does that automatically, if he's thinking that you gave him a wrong number, he doesn't have confidence, does that like throw you off and like, it's a turn off, like that he even thought that?
It can be, but at the same time, all people do nowadays is lie. So I understand.
So you don't blame 'em?
I don't blame them. So I get it.
Okay. What about for you?
Go ahead and repeat it one more time.
Like, so if he questions you like on the phone number that you gave him, like, oh, let me call you real quick to make sure that you gave me the number, is that a turn off for you? That he thought you were lying?
He's verifying that it was actually you.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing. So as a woman in this day in society, I personally get very anxious. And the thing is, when you reject a man regardless, you know, or something like that, or if you want to give them a fake number because you feel uncomfortable in the situation and you want to get away from it, you know, when they fact call you and then they do call cap on you because, yeah, that was the case. Like, is it going to be worse to tell them to their face, like, I wanted no part of this, sorry. Or, and at the end of the day, like, here's a situation, like, if something like that were to happen in front of me and they were to call me just to verify, stuff like that, like, that's a little weird, you know? Go away.
Yeah.
So,
Just like, go away.
because it's happened, you know?
I get you.
It's happened.
That's hilarious.
So being in that, like, creeps and just guys in general, just being weirdos, why do you think women in general mostly still show interest and still give the phone number out and just flake on them knowing that they had no intention? Why even give the phone number out?
Why not just be
Why,
honest with them and tell them, like, I'm not
slash
interested?
nowadays the speedy does social media. Why even give out like any type of contact communication?
Because you don't know how they'll react. Because, you know, I have had men where it's like, if I give them a fake number or something like that and it's not the real thing, I'm still going to reject them. So, like, it's, you know, and you have people who will act, like, angrily if you don't give them
Have you guys had that
stuff.
situation?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work at Universal. That place is filled with some very creepy, shady people.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So, I mean, you know,
Can
there
you
was
give
this-
us the last incident?
there was a situation where I was walking up a stairwell and this guy called me from afar and he goes like, hey. And I'm thinking to myself, you're talking to somebody else. I'm going to keep on going.
Oh, so you kept on going?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so he finally like catches me on the stairwell, just him and I. And he's just like, hey, you know, I saw you from across the parking lot. You know, I just feel like we're destined to be.
Interesting.
The fuck? Yeah. So in my situation, I gave him my number because I had no idea if he would be the type to
So you
react
actually
with
did it
anger,
you did it out of fear.
fear. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How often
That's
do you
a
think,
shame.
out of 10 situations, women in general, how often do you think that happens to women, that they do it out of, so this guy doesn't get mad?
I mean, probably a lot. I've talked to a few girls.
Maybe half? Like maybe 5 girls do it out of fear?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I just don't want to deal with it. Here's the thing,
Yeah.
like, he's going to be creepy regardless. He's going to eventually, like, continue finding me somehow in person. If I give him my number, he'll be away momentarily, and then I can block him later.
Okay.
So-
I see that.
Yeah. But, I mean, we're in a day and age where you really...
Defensive mechanism.
Yeah, and you don't know how these guys will react half the time. Like, it sucks.
That's crazy.
But, yeah.
So what about for you?
One more time, repeat the question because I was caught up in her conversation. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Why do girls nowadays give out their phone number knowing that they had no intentions of even like hitting the dude up? They knew that they weren't going to respond or probably block them.
Sometimes it's a confidence booster. Like, hey, I still got it. They still
Attention?
want my number. Yeah, I want an attention. Or it's just, okay, let me just give them the number so you can go away or leave me alone. Because half the time when guys ask you for their number, it's not just a one-time ask. It's, oh, hey, let me get your number.
So they bugging.
Yes, every time. Or it's like, oh, no, I'm good or I'm okay or no. Oh, hey, well, fuck you then. Like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
That's why I can't
This
take
is-
it. You're stronger than I am. I just... I give them my number and walk away.
Yeah.
and
So
hope for
and
the best.
you're just like, it's easier for you.
Just not to deal with that confrontation right then and there.
Confrontation. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Damn.
Okay. Is it better for men to ask for your social media or for ask for your phone number?
I'm gonna let you answer
Okay.
this. I already talked my mouth.
Easier
Get back.
for social media or your number? That's kind of difficult because a lot of times.
What shows more interest? Like you're taking the guy more serious. Like I think, okay, he's really trying to get to know me.
Either one, but also I've noticed a lot of times the apps, you can find someone's number through the app.
You gotta be on
If
some
you
detective shit.
if you do enough digging, you'll know how to do it. But the phone number definitely seems more like, okay, maybe you want to get to know me more, because a lot of people, sometimes people don't even check their inbox or DMs or whatever on social media. They have it for more or less their business or for influencing or sharing pictures or whatever. So definitely getting the phone number would definitely be more like, oh, yeah, they're interested in, maybe.
Okay.
I think for me, it's more like I'm okay with people asking for my Instagram, something like that. Like, honestly, here's the thing. If you want to be in my life, if you want to be my friend, go ahead and look at all the crazy that you're in store for, you know?
Okay.
So,
So you think it's more like social media is like a brochure to let you know what you're getting into?
for the most part, yeah. And I try to remain, like, private. So even with that, you know, people don't really get my social media unless I actually have that, like, I know them a little bit. So, like, if a guy were, and let's say back to when I was single, if a guy were to walk by me a few times, I would to see him, you know, we wave at each other. We already have, like, something going on there. If one day he came over to me and asked me for my Instagram, all right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.